You ready, Cass?
Yes, let's hear it.
Pride is a damsel in distress.
Oh! Hello everyone, welcome back to Open Arms Reactions. My name's Casper Fox, this is Mortius, and today we're back with more Epic the Musical.
I have had a RAFSCRAP for 24 hours, but if anything happened to them, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself. Mason, please make sure you put the reference on screen so that people don't think I'm being serious. YouTube, it's a reference. It's a reference. Please don't demonetize me. That being said, that also wasn't a joke. For those of you who have seen the RAFSCRAP video on my solo channel, that was literally recorded yesterday in the real world. Casper and I were already planning to get together to record some of our epic musical one-offs, and I was like, we're replacing one of them with RAFSCRAP. And Casper is like, what is a RAFSCRAP? And I'm like, you're gonna find out. I was blown away by the artistry and skill and talent on display here. Casper, have you even heard of RAFSCRAP before?
No,
honestly,
not,
that really surprises me because recommendations and requests have filled my comment section. So I'm kind of surprised they haven't done the same for yours. I mean, our content and our solo channel is a little bit different. For those of you who might not know, this is our collaborative channel that was started well after both of our solo ones. So please, if you want to see more of both of us, check out Mortius for musical reactions. I've been doing a lot of Star Kid and things like that. And then Casper, tell the people what's going on your channel.
I'm also doing musical reactions mainly right now. I don't know when this goes out, but I am in the middle of doing Beetlejuice, Vox Machina, and I do occasional one-offs. Like I'm actually doing My Little Pony at the moment, which is pretty cool.
Exactly. So definitely make sure you're checking out our solo channels. But I was like, I immediately have to show this to Casper because it's just, I'm not going to say anything because the reveal of what this is going to be enough. So we're going to keep this a nice short intro because I just want to show you what this person brings to the table, starting right now with Thunderbringer.
Oh. Holy sh!
Right? Already incredible.
Wow.
Just in the visuals and the sort of instrumentations. I love these sort of slightly different versions of like the, like everything about it is just exceptional.
It's a bit more electronically produced approach-wise. Like you can hear that the samples that Jay uses for the horns and for the synth bass is significantly different. This one is a little bit more electrolyzed, if that makes sense. Pretty cool. Very nice approach.
You ready, Cass?
Yes, let's hear it.
Pride is a damsel in distress.
Oh!
Hiding away lonely, I can undress her.
Original octave, Casper.
That is not what I was expecting that to sound.
Original octave female cover. Original octave. I spent like a good 2 minutes actually like plucking it out and making sure I wasn't misremembering the original notes. This is original key, original octave female cover.
Yeah, you can like it's very breathy approach because it's such a low, especially such a low tone, right? So she.
Yes.
She is, that, because you're being very vague about this. Okay, I did not, okay, but that's really cool. But you can hear that like, especially with the difference between the male and the female vocals is that we get such a different approach because it's so breathy because the female voice doesn't necessarily go that low normally. Whereas Luke, who is normally like in this barrier tenor range, is able to add a little bit more of this like lower larynx a little bit more, right? Where here, that's not necessarily possible biologically in that sense because of how breathy that approach comes. But it gives such a unique and such a cool approach to the role of Zeus instead, right? Which I think is really nice.
Yes, that's why I was like, I have to share this with Casper.
In distress.
Nice little call and response.
Oh, you like the call and response? Just wait.
Trying all she can not to confess. In the end, it's all the same once I apply all the pressure. Thunder, bring her through the ringer. Show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes her kingdom fall.
And the like high harmonies and sort of the background.
Very, very cool. Yeah.
Oh.
But it's also very nice because like just because it's very hard to make a song that normally has this very powerful approach to the vocals, that when you do a version like this, you have to make sure that you can differentiate between the verse and the chorus.
Yes.
And by layering the octaves, that makes for that effect without Rav having to actually change up the approach to vocal, which is really, really nice. It's also that the mixing on this, you have the percussion very far in the back, which gives for a less chaotic approach to what, like in the J version, the huas and the percussion is a very carrying element of the song, whereas here it's more laid back to make the layered vocal shine a bit more. It's very nice.
Yes. Just the vocal approach is just incredible.
Tell me, Odysseus.
I don't know if you noticed who the collaborator is. Yeah, Jesus.
Did you choose the lives of your men and crew or your own? Why do I think they'd lose? Enlighten me, King of Ithaca, since hunger.
I love that delivery so much.
Enlighten me.
Enlighten me. Oh,
Nice.
it's so.
More spoken.
I forget what the actual wording of it is, but it's like
Enlighten me.
No, I'm saying sorry. The actual wording of their Patreon, but it's something like the chocolatiest alto you've heard, or something like that. And like that's the line that really
Why do I think they'd lose? Enlighten me, King of Ithaca, since hunger was far too great. I wonder.
And all these background vocals just really
Very nice range.
Until you're deaf with fear, and spear you while your death is near. Lightning wielder here to yield your time.
Interesting.
Past your prime.
What's up?
I'm surprised that like instead of going up to the yield her, or because even in the
I said
previous
the
chorus,
same thing in mine.
Doesn't go up, which essentially would make it easier for her since she's a female vocal.
That's the exact same thing I said in mine. I think that's really fascinating of a choice. But yeah, no, I totally agree.
Thunderbringer.
All of this is so beautiful.
Thunderbringer challenge mode.
Past your prime, sublime euphoria.
I forgot how much I love sharing an epic thing with you. It's been so long since I've seen something and been this excited to share it with you.
Dude, I just realized because of Ilium, we'll get to do that again once that starts releasing. That's gonna be so fun. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, this is the first, because I was on vacation. This is the first thing we've recorded for Epic since, I mean, obviously other than the Duvet Box thing we just did, but our first solo thing since Ilium got announced. Guys, more Jorge! Woohoo!
Choose.
Did you just process that note?
Choose.
There's like vocal
That's
fry into
her?
that. Yes.
Go, play a little bit more.
Your act of crime. Choose.
But there's, I don't know if it's an undertone.
Do you mean the
It sounds like there's.
In the background?
It sounds
I don't know
like-
if that's her. Oh.
It sounds like there's one of those right there.
Choose.
I don't know.
Dude. It sounds like she goes from
Is there?
no.
Let me see.
Like
Let me
down.
see if I can. Is there? I don't know.
Because that
if there's
sounds
one.
nuts.
Yeah,
because
that's
she's
insane.
definitely using.
try to see
If
it.
she's gonna be using some extended technique there, other than just full chest. Because
Oh
that's
yeah.
nuts.
No, exactly. I almost wonder if those are like female subs or if there is something attractive. I actually, in the last 24 hours, have already gotten in contact with Raph. So I will ask them and have Mason put it on screen of whether that's like post-production modulation or whether she's like accomplished like female subharmonics or what. But
Choose.
Damn.
Choose. Someone's got to tie today, and you have got the final say. You or your crew.
Nice.
Isn't that sick?
Very Disney.
Oh
Very
yeah,
Disney. I love that.
I love these additions of background vocals, which extend into the final chorus. Spoiler, because
We're your crew.
Oh, please don't make me do this. Wasn't there? Oh,
Show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes your kingdom fall. Light, heal her, use and heal her. Show her what she can't conceal, for true nature will be revealed.
ooh, and we don't get the
Right?
choice. Oh, I love that. That's fire.
right? Isn't that so good?
That is sick. Holy
I'm
shit.
so glad you liked that. Like I said, just that's why as soon as I experienced it, like I have to bring this to Casper. And like a little bit of behind the scenes, Casper was like, should I just like do this on my solo channel? And I was like, no, I want to be here. I want to share it with you. I was like, here's the thing. This will be the only RAF scrap that comes to OR. Any other ones, I'm going to be checking out more RAF scrap on my solo channel. Casper, obviously, I'm not going to speak for you, but I wouldn't be surprised, especially because, I don't know if I told you this ahead of time, but especially since you just finished this series on your channel, RAF scrap has a Phantom of the Opera.
Ooh.
So,
Oh, yeah.
I have to imagine RAF Scrap is going to make it to both of our solo channels. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. This is the only RAF Scrap coming to OR. But now, Casper, you understand why you were like, oh, should this just be like a one-off thing for my solo channel? I'm like, no, let me be here. Especially because I haven't even told you what the second one we're checking out is.
I cannot
Dun,
see
dun,
what that is.
dun, 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 dun.
Oh, hell yes. I'm really excited to see the design. For
I'm
scientific
sure you
purposes.
are for scientific purposes. I almost was like, maybe we shouldn't do this one. Maybe we should just leave it with something. But yes, Gina, and so this one's interesting because it's a very different vocal approach. I have still, because obviously I can't just go down the rabbit hole on my own because I have to bring it to the channel as reactions. These are the only two I've checked out. I am really curious if they mix up, like if she mixes up her vocal approach for every cover, or if one of these is an outlier and the other one is closer to typical. But these two are pretty different from each other from a vocal approach.
Yeah, well, because I'm thinking about what SCYLLA is. So thinking about drown in your sorrow and fear. I don't know
Right?
if that's like a little jazzy cover or something like that. But yeah, let's see. Maybe some vocal distortion. Who knows?
We'll see.
I have that sample too.
Layer of SCYLLA.
Ooh.
This is our only way home.
That's Raph.
That
That's
drew
not
that?
one of... Yes, but also singing. That's not one of the guest vocalists.
This is our only.
Like, that's the same person we just heard. Like this, like...
The layer of SCYLLA.
That's the same
my
person we
God.
just heard do the alto we thought of. Layer of SCYLLA. Like, it's just... Oh!
Peak.
But also, yes, it's all drawn by RAF Scrap as well, by the way.
Jesus Christ, man, that's crazy.
This is our only way.
Yeah, I believe everything is done by RAF Scrap solo except Jeezius also helps with the instrumental and mastering.
Okay,
So RAF Scrap is
engineer.
SCYLLA, mix, art, and animation. Then instrumental was RAF and Jeezius. Then audio mastering was Jeezius.
right.
So that's kind of the splitting. But pretty much everything except for some instrumental and audio mastering was all RAF. Very talented human being.
Oh yeah.
Skeleton, as some might say. And there we go.
Not much to say.
Deep down, you hide a reason for shame.
Gotta see it no longer keep.
Deep down, you know that we are the same.
Opened the wind bag while you were asleep.
Love that vibrato.
Leaving them feeling betrayed. Breaking the bonds that you made.
Did you hear that deliver, like the change in like...
Breaking the bonds that you made.
A little off time there. Yeah, it's nice.
That you
Really nice.
made. It's so silky. It's so... Oh. I'm fine.
There is no price we won't pay. We both know what it takes to survive. Full speed ahead, full speed ahead. Deep down, we only care for ourselves.
You really guess, light up 6 torches.
Deep down, we're lonely demons from
Nice.
You ready?
Yes.
Captain, something approaches.
hello.
That hello,
Okay.
the way that there's
That is
not
real
the
cool.
vocal modulation, the way it's just hello. Like it's
No, there is definitely an octavizer on that
Oh,
vocal.
is there?
So she yeah.
Oh,
So
you're
there's
right. I can hear a
two.
little
So
bit.
she sings hello, and then there's an effect called an octavizer that lowers it -12, which means that there are two vocals going at the same time right here.
Actually, I honestly thought those were just both her after what she was capable of doing in Thunderbringer.
It sounds like an octavizer, but I definitely think that she would be able to sing
That's
an
fair.
octave, or maybe she can confirm that.
Fair enough,
Yeah, it
fair
sounds like an
enough.
octavizer.
Okay, fair. But then... See, Casper, this one I might not hold against you. I'm gonna be completely honest. This one, there's some I hold against you. This might not be one of them. The bioluminescent teeth is such a great take for a cave
yeah.
monster.
Roll for your life.
Nice. Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
nah.
I don't hold this one
Holy
against you.
shit.
I
Oh my
don't hold this one against you at all.
Yeah.
But let's
the percussion. Like, I really want to talk to the audio engineer.
Ogesius?
How do you say it?
Or sorry, I said
yeah.
Ogesius because of the earlier one.
Ogesius?
Just Jesus. Just
Yeah,
Jesus.
because it's very interesting in the songs of Thunderbringer and SCYLLA where the percussion is such a carrying element. To have it so far back in the mix, I'm interested in why that is. Like, it's
Well,
not a bad thing,
can't
but I'm interested in why it
percussion
is.
have a tendency to drown out lower frequencies because of where percussion lives?
If you're a bad audio engineer, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, that's I am a bad audio engineer. The the little experience I have in audio engineering taught me that. But maybe once you know better, so fair enough. I would be curious. Way to call me out. I'm like, but in my experience, percussion drowns out lower things. And you're like, yeah, if you suck. And I'm like, I'm learning. Be nice to me.
Roll for your life.
Also, Row for Your Lives having the octave harmonies between
Yeah,
Odysseus
them.
and Eurylochus is actually
Yeah.
fire, and hot take slightly cooler than the original. It's just Odysseus. I really like the
Roll for your life. Drown in your sorrow and fears.
self harmonies
Pour your blood and your tears.
and the vibrato.
Till you run out of years. We must do what it takes to
Oh my god.
give up your honor and faith. Give up your life as die in the blood where you bathe. We must do what it takes to survive.
And that,
Nice.
right? I'm so glad
Yeah.
you responded to it as well as I did. It's just,
And it continues into the nice.
We are the same.
and back down to that low.
Yeah, because that does not sound much like an octavizer. But I can't tell. Like, there are too many vocals there. But
That's fair.
something interesting here also with the design is that SCYLLA is very often depicted with the variant that has her with eels, and this one has it with wolves, which I think is really nice. It's a cool
Well,
touch.
you know what's really interesting? I actually, I think I mentioned this in mine. I hope I did. I almost wonder if this is intentionally because I don't know if you know, there is something called a wolf eel. And a lot
I did not know that.
of eels that are portrayed in media are either moray eels or wolf eels. And so I almost wonder if this is like her take of a monstrous version of a wolf eel, where like something that is called a wolf eel gets more canine qualities because it's like a monstrous version.
Well, could be, but also in mythology, she is described with wolf heads, as in like actual wolf heads on her.
I
Yeah.
didn't know
So-
that. Interesting. Okay, that
Well,
part
the
I
great
didn't
thing
know.
about Greek mythology, and I
There's a
say this
million
in every fucking
interpretations.
second, literally, and there's nothing correct about it because
Yes.
we can't go and ask her. So whatever interpretation you have, if it's a wolf,
You
like,
wish.
you're gonna get a few raised eyebrows if you make Zeus the god of the underworld, for example. Right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a few eyebrows with that, but how you interpret him personality or looks wise,
Yeah.
we can't know. So every interpretation is valid. So when people are like, that's not what SCYLLA looks like, shut the fuck up. It might be. So yeah.
Well, with that soapbox, we want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us for this. Casper, thank you for letting me introduce you to something, for taking a risk on something that you knew nothing about. Did it live up to my own hype and expectations?
RAFSCRAP is
Yeah.
nuts. Like
Nuts.
it's
Absolutely
it's
nutty.
one of those artists where it feels like art rather than just music in that sense, you know? She's incredible. And the
100%.
entire team, like also the GCS and Lacey also did phenomenally. So,
Yes,
fantastic.
100%. And I believe Lacey, if I remember seeing correctly, so the vocals for Eurylochus, think about like the vibrato on the like, when you were asleep. I'm pretty sure I remember
Lacey?
seeing, I'll check to see if I'm wrong, but I believe their Phantom of the Opera was with Lacey.
Ooh.
Let me see if I'm right before I say something I'm
Satan.
crazy about, but hold on, where was Phantom? Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Yep, Phantom of the Opera, female version, RAFSCRAP featuring Lacey. So I think Raph is
Nice.
the Phantom and Lacey is Christine in that one. So
hell
I definitely
yes.
look forward to seeing you check that out on your solo channel, which you should make sure you're subscribed to, as well as, if you want to support us, check out the Patreon scrolling on either side of the screen for Open Arms reactions. Or if you want to support us individually, we do both have our separate Patreon that have completely different types of content. We want to make sure that we keep things separate so it doesn't just feel like you're paying twice for the same thing, and all of our Patrons have wildly different things, different types of rewards, different sort of schedules in which you get them. So what are you doing?
I want to one day learn ASL so that I can do that while you do that. I think that'd be really cool.
That would actually be really cool. But
Yeah.
thank you all very much for being here. Thank you to our patrons. Thank you to Casper. Thank you to RAFSCRAP. And thank you, Jeremy.
And Dylan.
And as always, greet the world with open arms, and we will see you in the next video. Goodbye.